One of my saviors in life, one of my great buddies is my dog Oliver, and he's with me most of the time. And even though Ann wasn't really as much as a doggy person as I am, she sort of adopted him.
Aww. Is he sleeping?
Oh,
With his eyes
He's
open?
always
No.
sleeping. He's always sleeping.
Hi, my name is Jim Ross. I was born in Midland, Michigan. I went to Ford Motor Company where I got corporate discipline and worked there for a couple of years. And then I moved on to an insurance company to manage money, where I learned to trade bonds and stocks in New York. At Solomon Brothers for a while, and was with this company for 10 years. Moved on to Roanoke, Virginia, where I was chief investment officer and treasurer of another insurance company. That was fun, but I was the Yankee treasurer for 10 years, 8 years. And then I moved back to Louisville and then on to Iowa, a big company called Aegon USA.
I'm Ann Rossiter. I've been at Bodie off and on for 13 years. I grew up in Midland, Michigan as the oldest of 9 children in a Catholic family that was far too constricted for my tastes, so I never really bought into it. And Bodie has been a godsend to opening myself up to the reality of the oneness of the world.
My Bodie experience has been driven mostly by Ann. She introduced me to Bodie. I was what you call a fallen away Catholic. I had been divorced once and supposedly couldn't get any of the sacraments at the Catholic Church. So I sort of lost my zeal for structured religion, even though I am a Christian. And when Ann and I got back together, which is another story for another time, she dragged me to Bodie, and I am a cynic. The cynicism carried on for some time. But I found myself listening more to the words, trying to absorb it more. I'm a processor, so I take notes and think about things. And it started to grow in me. And it's allowed me many times to be able to open my heart and mind. I can't say it happens every time. I've got wonderful shields like the Starship Enterprise. They go up very quickly. But I'm committed to Bodie and what it stands for. The people, the diversity that I've been exposed to and the love from these people. And I think it's serious. I mean, it isn't like, here's a cocktail party in business and hi, I'm your friend, you know,
Right.
Wrong. No, it's a sincerely deep community.
So when did you and Jim first meet?
First
First time, do you remember?
First grade. We were in first grade together, and we sat next to each
for
other
8 years.
for 8 years, 1st through 8th grade, because
St. Bridget's Catholic School, the Beater Nuns.
But 1st through 8th grade, and Ann Rossiter sat next to her behind Jim Ross. And so we had our first date in high school, first kiss, and then dated a few times in college, went our separate ways for 40 years, and 5 years ago Jim sent me a Christmas card. I was dating somebody else, and here we are together today.
And there's always been a closeness, and it started out as friendship as kids. She's a bit of a tomboy when she was 8 or 9, and we played together. And I mean, we didn't play spin the bottle or any of that crap, but
Trick-or-treated together.
oh yeah.
We did lots of, just, you know, we were in school together for 8 years, so that's a long time to know each other in a way. You know, it's so funny because both Jim and I have said this. This is unlike any relationship we've either ever had, because it's more like, well, it's a lot like brother and sister. It's a lot like lover. It's a lot like friend. And it's all those things together because that's where we've been on this journey.